Good morning, good evening, and welcome to the Milesight webinar. I'm Jessica from Milesight Product Marketing Team. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We are here to discuss the Milesight people counting products and how we collaborate with professional software providers to assist retailers worldwide. Let's dive into the agenda for today, which consists of four main parts. Firstly, we will provide an overview of the people counting system and highlight what sets Milesight apart from others in this field. If you are new to Milesight, the product strategy and classification of the VS Series will give you a deeper understanding of our products, enabling you to choose the most suitable solution for your needs. In the third part, we will showcase some remarkable cases that have been developed and deployed by our partners. These cases are not yet available on our website, so you'll be among the first to learn about them. Finally, we will provide a sneak peek into the upcoming new people counting models that will be released in the second half of this year. Stay tuned to learn about the latest innovations and advancements in our product lineup. So let's just start with the basics. Why retail industry must consider people counting? As everybody knows, people counting is the widespread term for capturing foot traffic data in a specific location and within a specified time frame. In today's challenging economic landscape, the downturn in the economy, the rising inflation, and the cost of living crisis are all promising a rocky path for any retailer over the coming years. But continuous digital transformation means retailers can't take their foot off the paddle. So here I take an example to show you why retail industry stakeholders rely on people counting to assess and improve their performance. Suppose your retail store had a big sales weekend and many customers came through your aisles. You don't know how many people actually came through your store, however, and expected big revenue only to find out there was just a slight uptick in sales. What went wrong? Why did you fail to convert so many customers? Well, it's incredibly difficult to diagnose the problem if you don't have an accurate picture of traffic, which aisles and displays attract the most attention, and which ones are being ignored. To address this challenge, retailers are turning to people counting technology to more accurately monitor foot traffic and conversion rates, reduce labor costs, enhance customer experience, and remain health and safety compliant. People counters are used to measure different business metrics. While there are many different types of people counters and each model varies in the metrics supported, most people counters will offer some or all of the following metrics, such as footfall, dwell time, heat map, queue management, regional or zone counting, traffic flow, and customer category data, including numbers of adult and children differentiation, family, and other groups. So what makes Milesight VC's counter special? As a professional manufacturer of people counting devices, Milesight continuously refines its products in terms of feature richness, detection accuracy, and device usability. Number one, feature richness. We can emit staff exclusion in the VS 133 and 135 counters by having staff wear reflective stripes on their necks or shoulders, which would exclude them from being counted as part of the footfall. And we can also support the shopping cart detection. The upgrading of the special algorithm can tell whether shopping carts are empty, loaded, or fully loaded, and also count them separately. This is a game changer for smart retail management. By combining shopping cart level detection with dwell time analysis, we can track how long shopping carts stay in specific areas, which gives us valuable insights into the popular zones within the mall. This information helps retailers adjust the number of open checkout counters and allocate staff during busy and idle times, ultimately reducing congestion at the checkout area. This not only cuts down on wait times, but also enhances the overall customer experience, right? To effectively monitor wider entrance area, you can utilize the multi-device stitching function, which seamlessly integrates up to 8 units to enhance the field of view effortlessly. Number 2, data accuracy. What we've done ahead is include the line cross-counting and U-turn detection to filter out false trackings when people cross the line of interest. And sensors' accuracy can be affected by factors like lighting conditions, nearby obstacles, and proper placement. To address this, the VS135 incorporates an embedded 3-axis sensor for automatic calibration and maintenance. Furthermore, we will discuss the significant enhancements made to grayscale image recognition algorithms in more detail later on when we present a successful case study. Number 3, device usability. The dual detection technology. It's not common to find a people counter that combines 2 different detection technologies in the market. Well, you can find the radar sensor with a TOF sensor in VS135 and radar sensor with a thermopile in VS351, even a passive infrared sensor with a thermopile in the desk and seat occupancy sensor. The integration of dual technology enhances the overall performance of the system while reducing power consumption significantly. People counters are designed to integrate with the store environment in order to minimize obstruction and disruption of the store environment. So you have black or white color options. Furthermore, to obtain maximum value, retailers must integrate people counting data with other analytics systems and make this data part of the relevant business processes. That's why we designed several physical interfaces such as digital input, output, and RS485 port in the power over Ethernet version to connect with access control systems or warning lights. The upcoming radar-based people counter and status detection sensors will demonstrate our extensive presence in the high, medium, and entry-level markets and our exceptional R&D capabilities. When you work with Milesight, you work with a leading provider of innovative IoT products. Throughout our history, Milesight have been pioneers in the advance of emerging technologies such as AI, 5G, and IoT to distinct use scenarios. As the provider of integrated variable sensing products, we've demonstrated the will and the ability to drive our retail customers towards a more profitable, efficient, and future-ready business. And as leading providers, we play an important role in fueling retail efficiency, driving growth, and redefining the shopping experience. If you are new to Milesight people counters, the following information will be useful when choosing the most suitable model. Milesight offers the most complete portfolio of people counting sensors to solve people counting and tracking challenges. They can be classified into 2 categories. The first one comprises heavy functionality models that utilize RGB vision sensor or time of flight sensor and are specifically designed for performing personnel counting tasks with exceptional accuracy. They offer a wide range of data combinations to meet the needs of professionals in retail, such as the comprehensive regional people counting. While another category comprises light functionality models that rely on infrared or thermopile sensor and are specifically designed for line cross counting or occupancy detection. These models have a more simplified functionality and are particularly suitable for wireless installation, battery-powered, and moderately accurate counting in small shops. Milesight VS counters can be configured in either a wireless or wired setup. The challenge faced by many retail organizations is how to effectively count people at entrances and facilities that may be located hundreds of meters from the nearest main power source, and have the data automatically transmitted to an online cloud platform for analysis and reporting. Well, Milesight can solve this challenge by installing battery-powered people counters at the remote locations such as open counter aisles, corridors, passages, single boutique entryways, and entrances of shops. you name it, and then automatically transmitting the counting data to a LoRaWAN gateway that is located hundreds of meters or a few kilometers away from the entrance. Depending on your needs, you can select a battery life ranging from 1.5 years to 4 years. No wires are needed. If accuracy and footfall detection is the most important criterion, then only the time of flight and AI vision-based sensors can meet this requirement. The DC, USB, or PoE interface provides you with convenient options to connect to a main power source, making it much easier for you. About the detection technology. The first thing to notice is there are tons of different technologies you can use. Weight sensors, for example. You can use traditional security cameras. You can track MAC addresses of phones, but in Milesight, we're not covering those. We're covering more the infrared and optical sensor side of it, just to have a little bit of focus. Let's start off with what different types there are. So take a look over here. These are the 6 main types of sensors for people counting in Milesight. First, we have the beam break sensor and passive infrared sensor. The active infrared beam break relies on interrupting an infrared beam, while passive infrared senses changes in the ambient infraradiation. Both of them have low power consumption, providing a long battery life for daily uses, and they are also smaller in size and more lovely in price. However, there are disadvantages. They detect one person at a time, making it difficult to accurately count multiple individuals simultaneously for crowd flow analysis. Therefore, for line cross-counting in a simple retail environment, it is recommended to use VS 360 and 350. Then we have thermopile over here. This used to be popular for some years. It's a little bit going back now. The idea is that you use thermopile sensors in order to have an easier time distinguishing between people and not people, because you only read the heat signatures. And this way you ignore everything else like shopping carts, for example. But you won't know the distance to the object. So you won't know if it's a dog, or if it's a child, or if it's an adult. The VS351 utilizes a high-density array of thermopiles arranged in a 16 by 16 array format, supporting line cross people counting. Next, we have the AI RGB sensor. RGB technology utilizes cameras or image sensors to capture visual data and extract information about people through on-edge processing and analysis. It provides accurate images and videos, making it highly useful for visual perception and behavioral analysis. However, one drawback of this technology is its potential privacy concerns when used for public counting. The upcoming VS On 25 will utilize a dual stereo cameras to generate a 3D image for anonymous counting. Let's discuss the details later on. Then we have time of flight sensor over here. That has the great advantage of being more accurate because it measures the time it takes for light or radio waves to travel to an object and back, and it delivers you height information. So you know how far the pixels are away? And this way, you can distinguish between adults and children and dogs, for example. So it's more accurate this way and also without intruding on privacy or private data. A drawback of time of flight technology is that it requires more power, and it may struggle in situations with long distances and intense lighting. But Milesight VS 133 and 135 use advanced time of flight technology that effectively eliminates the interference caused by sunlight. And lastly, we will include a radar sensor. Radar technology utilizes microwaves or millimeter waves to send out signals and detect their reflections from objects in the environment. The wide coverage, precise localization of targets, and adaptability to various scenarios are great advantages of radar technology. However, it may be more expensive compared to other technologies and may require careful placement and calibration for optimal performance. In the second half of this year, a series of new radar-based detectors will be introduced that incorporates multi-transmitter and multi-receiver radar technology. Let's discuss the details later on. comes to accurately counting multiple individuals passing by side or in a crowded environment, the 6 people counters from Milesight offer different levels of accuracy. The occupancy sensors are excluded from this comparison. Starting from the bottom, we have the active and passive infrared technology with an accuracy level of approximately 80%. But the VS350 is equipped with dual-element low-noise passive infrared sensors, making it resistant to interference from its surroundings. Moving on, the thermopile technology achieves 95% accuracy, followed by the RGB vision sensor at 98%. Finally, the most accurate model is the advanced time-of-flight sensor, which reaches a remarkable accuracy level of 99.8%. Now, let's delve into the specifics of the people counting and occupancy products individually. We'll start off with the regional people counters. First is the VS121. It counts the number of people in a region and also crosses the line, both of them in real time. For greater accuracy and granularity in detection, up to 16 customizable and independent regions can be established. The amazing methods that can greatly protect your privacy are applying privacy mask and blur mode, so you can hide restricted parts of the footage or lower the resolution to a blurry black and white video stream to minimize the security risk from the very beginning of configuration. Another key difference that makes the sensor stand out is the wide area detection. When installed at the recommended height of 3 meters, the sensor covers a wide area of 78 square meters. Actually, its installation height can be up to 7 meters by the high ceiling mount version, which expands the monitoring area to 126 square meters. Here, I'd like to speak a little bit more about the people flow analysis function. That's only available in the VS121. It's easy to work. Just place the sensor near store entrances and set up a polygon area with 4 lines at most. Then you can get multi-directional counting, 16 directions, to detect the direction of movement and increment occupancy counts accordingly. With that statistic, you can know the flow trend in each direction after people pass through your entrance line. Based on time-of-flight technology, 2 models are available in the VS series, VS133 and 135. Then what are the similarities and differences between them? Similarities are many. Both of them respect data privacy and anonymity by their very design due to the time-of-flight technology. And they can offer advanced group counting, advanced heat map, multiple lines, bidirectional people counting ability, regional people counting in a maximum of 4 customized zones and calculate their dwell time, laying a solid foundation for further database analytics and management. Due to the RGB sensor, the shopping cart level detection will be available on the Power over Ethernet version of these 2 models, as well as the 4G cellular and Wi-Fi Halo version of VS135. They are highly regarded products from Milesight, designed specifically to meet accurate people counting requirements, so their accuracy can reach up to 99.8%, while the functionality of both products is largely similar. There are also notable differences. Firstly, VS135 is the Pro version of VS133 with an enhanced installation height of 6.5 meters and detection area of about 22 square meters. Secondly, with the optimized appearance design, the VS135 has become sleeker and its ability to dissipate heat has been significantly enhanced. Another hardware upgrade lies on the 3-axis sensor and radar sensor. The radar sensor here just works as a trigger to wake up the tow sensor upon detecting human presence. Currently, the VS133 has been widely used in some standard installation environments with a maximum height of 3.5 meters, while hardware improvements and optimizations have expanded the potential application range of the VS135. An example worth noting is its suitability for ground floors in shopping malls, where ceiling heights typically reach around 5 meters. Now let's move on to the devices used for line cross counting. The LoRaWAN-based indoor passage people counter VS350 offers a cost-effective choice for our customers. In a small area like the aisle or the passageway, it covers a range of 2 meters of width at a height of 3 meters. With 2 accurate PIR sensors, it offers bidirectional counting for applications that require 100% anonymity. And the built-in temperature sensor detects ambient temperature, ensuring the device operates within reasonable temperature limits. Moreover, we have adjusted the device's working temperature range to 0 to 32 degrees Celsius, so the device won't mistakenly count a person twice when operating in colder temperature conditions. Next is also the LoRaWAN-based people counter VS351. It supports overhead installation on the entrance and battery power supply. Same as the radar sensor in VS135. The radar sensor triggers the thermopile sensor to wake up from sleeping mode for people counting. The VS351 is versatile when it comes to installation. Here, look at the picture. It's sold as a complete set with a battery and a main unit. If the battery is not required, it can be removed and the device can be powered via a Type-C interface. Additionally, you can make adjustments to the sensor probe to make sure it's vertically downward for ceiling mounted installation. In terms of detection accuracy, the VS351 stands out from its competitors. While others may sacrifice algorithm accuracy for low power consumption, the VS351 implements on-device algorithms that perfect the balance. It means the accuracy can up to 95% of overall detection and 99% of single passage detection, and the battery life can last up to a year and a half. These product capabilities are few and far between in the market. And just a heads up from our product team, the Type-C version won't have a radar sensor. Since the Type-C connection gives a steady power supply, we don't need to worry about power consumption as much. This way, we can keep the price competitive. And the last people counter is the LoRaWAN-based active infrared break beam sensor VS360. As you can see, it features 2 parts, an infrared master and an infrared node, both of which have got transmitter and receiver. And there's a screen on the master to show you important statistics, such as the battery volume of both master and node parts, their alignment status, the number of people in and out, and abnormal status like obstructions. And you can customize the in and out directions for bidirectional people counting. In general, the VS360 is a battery-powered people counter that can last up to 3 years on a single charge. Following that, let's quickly discuss the 3 models for occupancy status detection. VS330 is a LoRaWAN-based occupancy sensor, providing a cost-effective solution for monitoring the occupancy status of the bathrooms, the stalls of public toilets, and changing room occupancy. It will improve your bathroom operations and get the most out of your cleaning supplies, staff, and customer satisfaction. To optimize accuracy and efficiency, this multi-sensor device VS330 combines passive infrared and time-of-flight technologies to detect whether a toilet is in use. The embedded self-calibration algorithm further elevates the accuracy to an industry-leading level of over 99.5%. The task of ensuring available space by monitoring desk and seat utilization has been a logistical challenge for many facilities. The low-power wireless connectivity and GDPR-compliant occupancy sensors are replacing clumsy manual tactics to solve this problem. The simplest, most accurate, and most cost-effective solution is to use LoRaWAN-based desk occupancy sensors VS340 and 341. Then what are the differences between the standard and professional versions? Firstly, the technology is different. The Pro version determines whether a desk is occupied or not based on the PIR movement trigger at first, and then the temperature changes created by the thermopile sensor. The standard supports PIR motion detection only. Secondly, the response time. The Pro version automatically and anonymously detects if desk occupancy within 13 seconds of a person arriving and reports non-occupancy within 1 minute of the person leaving. The standard version does the same for occupancy, but takes 5 minutes to report idle desks. Milesight people counters can easily integrate with various analytics software systems, allowing retailers of all sizes to create a professional and comprehensive people counting solution. Let's use the software from our partner, TC Group Solutions in Spain, as an example. In terms of integration between Milesight and TC Group Solutions, how we're actually integrated is we gather the counting data from the VS counters. This data is then transferred either to a cellular router via PoE interface or wirelessly to a LoRaWAN gateway. The choice between PoE version or LoRaWAN version depends on your preference for people counters. Both the router and gateway are equipped with a 4G SIM slot for cellular network connectivity. Ultimately, the collected data is sent to a tool provided by TC Group called TC Analytics. This tool allows retail professionals to view real-time consumer behavior data from anywhere and anytime using their PC, tablet, or mobile phone. It's incredibly easy to set up. There is no requirement for cables, neither ADSL nor VPN, no connection to the store's existing IT systems. Here's a number of customers. I'd be happy to share use cases from any one of these customers. Thanks to our partner TC Group, over 700 European retail stores have successfully implemented our people counters. We've actually sold over 1,000 units of the VS 133 and 135, including their PoE versions in this market. Let me give you an example. Bauhaus, a top German company specializing in home, hardware, divey, workshop, and garden products, had 11 centers across the country in 2023. They were really curious about how customers moved around their physical stores. By using Milesight's VS 133 counting sensor, they were able to analyze the store layout and make changes accordingly. They even moved specific product groups to different locations in the store. Guess what happened? It quickly led to an increase in conversion rates. And that's not all. Famous retail companies like Beatrice Forest, a well-known fashion and lifestyle brand, Jot, a trendy outerwear company with over 200 stores worldwide in Herno, an Italian luxury outerwear brand, also use Milesight people counters in the TC Group software platform. They love generating heat maps to understand what's really happening in their stores. If you ask me, which particular case left the deepest impression on you? Or what has been the biggest challenge you faced while installing in various retail environments? In my experience, one particular case that left a deep impression on me was the installation at La Casa de las Carcasas. It is a well-known mobile accessories company with over 1,300 stores in Spain. The challenge we faced was the limited space and restricted installation positions at the store entrances. To create a nice shopping atmosphere, the shop owner put up 2 rows of spotlights at the entrance. Unfortunately, this setup posed challenges within the necessary 60-centimeter area, around the sensor where no obstacles should be present. The lamp tubes caused interference, resulting in a reddish glare that affected the accuracy of people counting. However, it was not possible to change the lighting design or move the lights as shown in the photos. In addition, the customer also requires a high level of accuracy, which must not be lower than 95%. This is the standard that their previous people counters were able to achieve. Furthermore, the system upgrade should not involve any changes to the existing network infrastructure. This means that the new system must support 4G wireless data transmission. This presented a significant challenge during the installation process, but we have to figure it out as soon as possible because the customer plans to install more than 1,500 units of people counters within 2 years. Well, at first, we tried our best to enhance AI capabilities and grayscale image recognition algorithms, leading to visible differences in the before and after images. Grayscale image recognition algorithms focus on shape contours generated by time of flight reflection instead of color information. This helps minimize the influence of stray light on the time of flight sensor in a complex environment. So I can say the unique algorithm used in Milesight VS counters enhances their environmental adaptability compared to other time of flight products. As a result, we get an accuracy rate of 97%, which surpasses the desired acceptance rate of 95% set by our customer. Then we suggested our partner install the high-mounted version VS135 in some shops due to its narrower field of view, reducing susceptibility to obstacles, while other shops opt for the standard version VS133. To complete the solution, our partner utilizes the light version of UR32, a 4G cellular router from Milesight. It is equipped with a PO interface to connect with the people counter and a SIM slot for wireless data transmission. This setup allows for an effortless solution implementation without requiring any changes to the existing infrastructure. Another interesting case is our work with Vodafone, a multinational telecommunications company with 650 stores in Spain. Vodafone has installed the VS133 and 135 in select shops. However, not every shop has the necessary ceiling or overhead mounting environment. Therefore, we are currently testing footfall counting in open counter aisles using the VS350, a version with dual PIR sensors. Apart from Vodafone, this proof concept project is also being conducted in Happy Casa and Mas Moval stores. Here are a few more photos from our smoothly progressing Vodafone project. As you can see, the small booths in shopping centers are in open areas, making it ideal for installing the wireless battery-powered LoRaWAN solution. Then, the VS350 Mini people counters and the VS341 professional desk seat occupancy sensor are easily deployed in the field. Additionally, the UG56 LoRaWAN gateway is placed inside the table to provide a reliable LoRaWAN connection. Besides the retail stores, you can also find our people counter in some old buildings. For example, here's another case from our partner Susi Decor in Germany. In Coburg City's Tourist Information Center, located in a historic building with a vaulted structure, needed a way to record visitor frequency to determine peak occupancy times. By partnering with CC Decor, they implemented the elegant VS133 sensor with a multifunctional bracket over the doorframe, which seamlessly blends into the historic ambiance. By the way, this bracket is an optional accessory from Milesight. Having a successful business means knowing how to adjust costs and manpower optimally to maximize profit. The first step to do so is utilizing the people counters offered by Milesight and integrating the data with your business analytics software. Shop owners can then know precisely when to schedule and allocate staff and know when not to. For chain store businesses, figuring out which store location has more food traffic and understanding if this data has converted to sales can be greatly beneficial. Having concrete data allows retail professionals to adjust marketing and product strategies and start making each store location successful. These are just some of the improvements business owners can make in order to optimize their business by simply knowing their daily traffic data. Year after year, we at Milesight keep innovating new technologies and expanding our people counting product portfolio. These new products demonstrate our commitment to becoming a leading force in the advancement of people counting technology solutions across various industries. Firstly, In July, we are going to have the AI binocular stereo people counter VS 125. There are two 4-megapixel cameras just in one housing. And since you have two images, you can calculate the distance to the sensor because it's like the human eye. So definitely an advantage is that it's more accurate, achieving up to 99.8% accuracy. It will offer two connectivity options, cellular Cat 1 and PoE for data transmission. In terms of features, besides the advanced functions such as regional people counting, dwell time detection, group counting, adult, children, and staff differentiation, gender and mood recognition will be included in this new model. Next, another RGB-based news sensor is VS321. If everything goes well, it shall be available in October. This is essentially the battery-powered version of the current VS121 AI workplace sensor. Early on, some integrators provided feedback on the Type-C power supply of VS121, stating that it was inconvenient to route the cables to the ceiling and that using long Type-C wall plugs caused excessive voltage drop, leading to power supply problems. And they also want to have a PoE to Type-C interface to power the VS121. Now, I think all the problems can be fully addressed with the battery-powered version VS321. It targets the middle-range workplace people counting market, providing real-time regional people counting, workstation occupancy, and meeting room occupancy detection. It will support LoRaWAN network, up to 2 years battery life, and up to 95% accuracy. To ensure low power consumption, maybe we'll implement a passive infrared or radar sensor as a trigger to the RGB vision sensor. It's still under evaluation. As a retailer, do you want to know how interesting is the presentation of the goods really? One way to know this could be by measuring the time customers spend lingering in front of your shop window and observing their facial expressions. With the help of LoRaWAN-based radar pedestrian traffic counter, dwell times of people in front of shelves, special manufacturer displays, shop windows, or all individual areas with particular relevance can be measured and compared. It can answer the key questions of your shop design. Is the offer interesting enough for customers to stay there? Is the offer clear enough so that customers don't linger too long? This battery-powered radar pedestrian traffic counter will achieve up to 95% accuracy. And we are thinking about developing a new radar people counter that operates on DC power for certain outdoor situations. In addition to accurately counting people, radar technology will also be utilized for status monitoring due to its quick response and high precision features. The radar human presence sensor VS370 will be officially launched in November. It's a battery-powered device designed to detect the presence of individuals in confined spaces, such as meeting rooms. Lastly, the fall detector will leverage radar technology to provide accurate assessment of fall incidents. This device will support Type-C and power over Ethernet for regular monitoring in healthcare centers or hospitals. It is expected to be available in October. Milesight has received the prestigious Red Dot Design Award, adding to its list of accolades following the recent IF Design Award win. Since 1955, the Red Dot Award has been recognized as an arbiter of quality for excellent design. Milesight VS 133 AI Time of Flight People Counting Sensor is winner of this year's Red Dot Award, the world-renowned industrial design prize. The competition was intense. Almost 20,000 entries were submitted from 56 countries in hopes of receiving the award. Distributors and channel partners. Guess what? We've got an exciting opportunity for you to showcase your customer-centric approach with Milesight products. From now until September 15th, you can share your success stories and stand a chance to win some awesome prizes like iPads, AirPods Pro, or Milesight products, or coupons. The more cases you enter, the better your chances of winning. So, let's see those incredible stories And good luck to all of you. Come and meet the Milesight team at our upcoming events in June. We will be showcasing our latest products and practical solutions in California, Florida, and Germany. Join us for a great opportunity to have a talk and learn more about what we can offer. Hope to see you there. Now, I hope all of you have enjoyed the webinar and have a general understanding of our VS People Counting and Occupancy products. So that's pretty much all we have for today. Thanks again for your attendance. In the end, for getting the latest news about Milesight, just follow us on our social media. See you next time.